Hi, first grade. Welcome back to week 4, day 2 of reading. And we are going to move on into the next part of our unit. And what you're going to do is you are going to learn to think about something much more important than reading stories and thinking about what the characters do and when the characters go. That's what we did when we talked about Off We Go, Readers Go on Adventures. So you're probably thinking, what is more important than that? Well, I'm going to give you a clue. Usually, authors put the most important things in a book right on the front cover. So I'm going to show you a cover of a book, and this is actually going to be the text that we're going to be using. So I'm going to share my screen with you. Okay, so I have the book called Mr. Putter and Tabby Drop the Ball. So I want you to look and see on the front cover of this book. It'll take you a couple seconds to look at it. Okay, so you probably are noticing, oh, the characters might be the most important thing in a story. And if you thought that, you are correct. So today, what I want to teach you is that the best part of reading stories isn't that you get to go on a great adventure. It's that you meet interesting characters along the way. Characters are the most important ingredient in any story, so readers pay attention to details to learn all they can about them. Okay, so I'm going to minimize this just for a moment. I'm going to bring it back up, but I want to show you our new anchor chart where readers meet characters along the way. Okay, so our teaching point today is all about our first post-it to learn about the character. Okay, what does the character say? What does the character do? Who is the character? And what does the character like and dislike? Okay, so when we read stories, we don't just go on adventures with the characters, we get to know them as well as we can. So what we're going to do is we're going to get to know some characters together, and let's do what readers do and try to learn about who Mr. Putter is and who Tabby the cat is too. Let's get to know who they are, what they like, what they don't like, and the kinds of things they do and say. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and bring that story back up. Mr. Putter and Tabby drop the ball. Okay, so I'm noticing here on the contents there are 5 chapters, and we're just going to focus a little bit on the first chapter. Okay, so chapter 1 is called Baseball. Mr. Putter and his fine cat, Tabby, loved to nap in the summertime. They loved napping in the garden. They loved napping on the porch. They loved napping in the car. So, you've learned already one thing about Mr. Putter. He loves to nap. It looks like it doesn't really matter where he is. He just really, really, really likes to nap. Okay? So what we're going to do is we're just going to read a couple more pages to see if we can get some more evidence about who Mr. Putter is. It seems like we nap all the time, Mr. Putter said to Tabby one day. Tabby was old and her frisky days were over. She loved napping. I think we need a sport, said Mr. Putter. Tabby opened one eye. Okay, so for this one, I see that Tabby was old, and it appears that Mr. Putter is a little old as well, so that's something we know about him. I think we need baseball, said Mr. Putter. Tabby opened the other eye. I wonder where my old mitt is, said Mr. Putter. He headed to the basement. Tabby was wide awake now. So we'll stop there. So it looks like on this page, Mr. Putter is going to the basement, and I'm noticing a lot of old sporting equipment. So maybe when Mr. Putter was younger, he was participating a lot in sports. Okay, so when you go off and read today, what I want you to practice is I want you to figure out, learn about the main character. Okay, what does the character say? What does the character do? Who is the character, and what does the character like to do, and maybe also what the character doesn't like to do. So when you read your story and you figure out who the main character is, usually look at the front cover, tell a friend, tell a family member, just some stuff about the main character and what they like and don't like. So you don't need to submit any homework for this assignment. So just go off, have fun reading. We'll see you tomorrow.